down your block, boy. Bass beating down your block, boy. All I hang around is block boys. In my pocket, that's a knot, boy. Think you hot, but you not, boy. Bass beating down your block, boy. Bass beating down your block, boy. Bass beating down your block, stunting.
Let's watch some Brown Table. The time Marvel copied itself. Ultimate Avengers.
When I was little, the amount of Marvel stuff that was
Bro, this used to be my movie. Hold on. This used to be my movie. This used to be my fucking movie, bro.
When I was little, the amount of...
This is the Avengers I grew up watching. This is the Avengers movie I grew up watching.
Marvel stuff.
Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2.
That was out
and
there.
And the second one introduced Black Panther.
It's nowhere near the level that there is now.
God.
Now the MCU and Marvel dominates pretty much everything. Everyone knows what Marvel is, but when I was growing up, I didn't really have that as much. What I had were comic books, TV shows, and animated movies. In 2004, Marvel signed a deal with Lionsgate to make animated movies. And think about it for a second. What is a perfect movie to start off multiple Marvel animated features? Well, that's the Avengers, obviously.
It was Ultimate Avengers 1 and the Ultimate Avengers 2 and Hulk versus Thor and Wolverine. Those were the and the Doctor Strange and the Invincible Iron Man animated movies. Those movies, bro, oh my god, those were my movies. I was already reading comic books like how he said he was reading comic books, and I was watching shows like Wolverine, the X-Men, Fantastic Four. I think they made an Invincible Iron Man 3D animated show. But this was my movie, bro. This and part 2 was my movie. This was such a good.
My only regret is that I couldn't see you one last
bro,
time.
this was such a good. This is such a good anime movie.
In this life or the next. Love, Steve.
Oh my
At the time, we had Spider-Man 2 had just come out. The X-Men movies were thriving. But what about the rest of these superhero characters that fans adore? Captain America, Iron Man. An Avengers movie in concept is a great introduction to the Marvel Universe. Because in just assembling the Avengers, you already get a bunch of history for multiple characters.
Bro, Black Widow was Black Widow and Wasp was so fucking fun in this movie also. Oh my god.
Have to
and they're badass too. They're a badass, fine ass woman.
Expand on the world for them to be able to work together. Now let me tell you two things that are crazy. One, they adapted The Ultimates by Mark Miller, which is easily one of the worst comics I've ever read. And two, the second crazy thing is that the first animated feature, Ultimate Avengers, and its sequel, Ultimate Avengers, guess what?
Two,
surprisingly and almost scarily, feel like they inspired both the Avengers and, to a lesser extent, Avengers Age of Ultron. The thing is that the Avengers takes a lot from the Ultimates, but there are some things in Ultimate Avengers that feel very much like direct translations to Marvel's The Avengers 2012. And of course, this is due to the MCU Avengers movie taking a lot from the Ultimates, but at the same time, the Ultimates handles something so wonkily that it almost feels like the movie was more inspired by this animated feature.
Yeah, wait a minute. Now thinking about it, hold up. Now thinking about it, hold up.
Marvel's The Avengers.
This scene, the way they revived them in the Ultimate Avengers was Thor tapped. What was it called? Thor actually did it in here too, but he tapped and recharged. Basically revived Superman, and here Hulk, Thor did it, but Hulk was the one who yelled at him. He woke up, but
Avengers 2012.
But
and of course, this is due to the MCU Avengers movie taking a lot from the Ultimates, but at the same time, the Ultimates handles something so wonkily that it almost.
But specifically, the lifting the Thor's hammer. This was okay. This right here was like. Now thinking about it, like they did take from the Ultimate Avengers.
The movie was more inspired by this animated.
And y'all notice that Thor's new hammer is an axe also, and in Ultimate Avengers he used an axe / hammer.
feature than anything else. But let's talk about it. Let's talk about Ultimate
talk about it.
Avengers.
Let's
This
talk
thing
about it.
made my childhood. This
Yes,
was
sir.
the gateway for my 5-year-old self to understand and learn about these characters. This
yeah.
is Ultimate Avengers. Just kidding. This is a sponsor segment.
Oh,
Before we
what?
talk about Ultimate Avengers, let's talk about established titles.
W promo, but we skipping it. We're skipping it.
It starts exactly like the Ultimates comic. Ultimate Avengers. How do you start this movie?
Right.
Well, it starts exactly like the Ultimates comic did.
Oh my god!
It starts with a good old-fashioned war sequence that has Captain America and the U.S. Army going up against literal Nazis.
This was,
and it
I ain't
freaking
gonna
rules,
lie.
man. It has the tone that I wish the third act.
that was the only thing. Like I like the first Captain America movie, but I wish it really had the tone from Ultimate Avengers. Because that tone of Ultimate Avengers with Cap was just different.
Act of Captain America, the first Avenger had. Like, right from the get-go, it feels like these people are going just
To war.
to die. I don't know why I'm talking about Captain America, the first Avenger right now. I'm just saying, this is handled extremely well.
Hell yeah.
It gives Captain America almost
And
this...
this whole scene in this movie, you get the vibe that like Wolverine could have been here, like because Wolverine was in World War I and II, so this would have been a perfect. And I think he was in the Civil War also, but this would have been a perfect. This looked like somewhere Wolverine would have been in compared to the MCU version.
legendary, mysterious status.
So they got a super weapon. We got one too.
You mean that poster boy for the recruitment office? He's gonna die down there just like the rest of us.
Where's your super soldier, Barnes? We're getting blown to pieces.
Like, is he actually just a poster boy, or is he an actual super soldier and leader that can go up against literal Nazis and kick their asses? And the truth is, yes, he is the second thing.
Yes.
Captain America shows up riling up the troops, and it's great. It's so great, actually, up until you realize that they're not just fighting Nazis. They're fighting Nazi aliens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man, let me say that again so it
The
just
Chitauri.
hits you better. They're fighting Nazi
Aliens.
aliens.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The Avengers fight the Chitauri in this movie, just like, you know, in the movie Marvel's Avengers. And
I was hoping the Chitauri and the MCU would look like the Ultimate Avengers, and I was kind of disappointed a little bit.
And in this
a little bit, kind of, sort of.
like in the Ultimates comic, they are Nazi aliens. And that is just fucking... Mark Miller, you're nuts, man.
Yeah.
You're nuts.
You're nuts.
But yeah, Captain America
But
stops
it worked.
a bomb.
It worked,
He's
though.
blasted into the water and he freezes. And
I don't really agree with a lot of Mark Miller stuff from the Ultimate Avengers, but there's some stuff in there that works that I fuck with.
he's stuck there for years up until he's finally digged out by, guess who? Nick Fury.
Nick Fury.
Well, I'll be damned.
I'll be
The entire
damned.
sequence where Captain America wakes up.
Wait, who? Hold on, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out together. Why? What the fuck? Oh, he's Nick Fury. Have I seen this dude before? Nah, I've never seen him. Okay. I might watch the Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2 again. They're so good.
Plays out exactly like in Captain America the First Avenger. Well, not exactly, but it's very, very similar, particularly the ending.
Oh yeah.
A lot has changed, son.
Oh yeah.
Did we win?
We did.
The main thing this movie gets particularly right is the characterization of its characters, specifically Captain America.
Yeah.
Captain America is portrayed beautifully, and I think he's portrayed better here than in the MCU Avengers movie,
Yeah.
because this movie actually makes him feel like a man out of time.
Yeah,
Captain America the First Avenger does not explore him being in the modern world, and in the Avengers...
Yeah, they make little references here and there, like in Winter Soldier. what's his name, bro? Fuck, bro. Falcon. Uh, Falcon going up to Cap and giving them a list of like movies and all that, like that fit, but like they don't really capitalize on like him being a man at a time and not knowing a lot of stuff. They basically they show that cutscene at the end or whatever, or whenever, I forgot where. I think it was the end, yeah, of was it the end of that one? I don't know, but wherever the show where he breaks out and he's in New York in modern. Oh, it was the end of the first Captain America movie. But yeah, when they showed that, I was like, all right, cool. But after that, they don't really harp on the whole Cap being out of time thing. They really just make like I think one or two references, and then like they just keep it moving. And I was just like, okay. And this doesn't make me not like Chris Evans as Captain America and Captain America in general from the MCU any less, but there's some stuff I wish they like spent more time on. Like I feel like we could have waited. I feel like they could have really done some more stuff, and it could have waited until we got to the Infinity Saga. And so, because to me, to this day, I still feel like we didn't have enough time with Chris Evans as Captain America, Tony, Robert Downey as Tony, Scarlet Witch as, or not Scarlet Witch, Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, and the funny thing is, Black Widow here actually felt like Black Widow. Actually felt like a Russian spy. Like she like even the accent and all that. She felt like Black Widow, and then you get to the MCU and even Hulk, bro. Like Hulk, like was scary. They had that scary scene where he transforms and like chasing Natasha down in the helicarrier. But yeah, bro. Thor looked like Thor, but
movie, it also does not explore him being in
he's probably gonna harp, not harp, but he's probably gonna talk about it in
modern
here.
world. It is explored in deleted scenes, but even those deleted scenes are not as good as the undeleted scenes that are present in this movie.
Yeah.
There's not only an entire sequence where Cap meets up with Bucky, who in this universe isn't the Winter Soldier, and he's just aged gracefully along with his wife, Gail, who is actually Steve's long-lost love. Peggy. Yeah, it's not Peggy Carter in this movie. And not just that.
Oh yeah, it's not Peggy. What the fuck? Why did I think it was Peggy Carter? It's not Peggy Carter. It's somebody else. I still like the idea that, you know, Bucky becomes the Winter Soldier in the MCU. I don't know if I really like the whole he ages thing, but it fit in this universe, so I'm not mad at it.
The movie surprisingly lets the audience breathe and has a whole scene where Captain America pays his respects to his fallen comrades. This movie has some unique moments that I wish were present in the live action movies. Instead of going into Iron Man or Hulk or
Thor, they really should have watched. Like I really feel like some of these directors and all that they hire, I really feel like they don't really go and study like the comics and the cartoons like that, especially like stuff that was really popular, like the Ultimate Avengers. Like if you're gonna do an Avengers movie, I would have looked into the Ultimate Avengers. I would have looked into other mediums that showed the Avengers and how they operate and what they're about, and you know, I really feel like I like the first Avengers, but I feel like they could have found a better director than Joss Whedon, because that, I don't know, that MCU, that Avengers movie, I like it. It's good, but, and especially during that time when it came out, it was good, but like there's still some stuff in there that was like wrong. Or I don't want to say wrong, but there's some stuff they could have expanded on. I'll say that they could have expanded on and showed more of. I really feel like the Avengers movie was a little short. Hold on, by the way, let's see how long is the Avengers? How long is the Avengers movie? Oh, it's 2 hours and 23 minutes. They could have stretched it to 2 hour 40, 2 hours, or a 3 hour movie. Especially for a first Avengers movie, they could have stretched it out a little bit. But they could have harped on more stuff than, what they gave us. Like, I like the whole debacle between Tony and Cap trying to figure stuff out. But it's just like, they could have really expanded on the whole Cap being out of time thing, like you said, and let it breathe. I don't think they let the movie breathe enough. Not really thinking about it.
Or let's talk about Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne. I really love this interpretation of Hank and Janet because while they do have their issues, they clearly do love each other. Yep. And it's not like in the comics where in the original
oh my God. Yes, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God that the Ultimate Avengers, they didn't go with the whole he hits Janet and all that, bro. Oh my God, bro. That would have been terrible. I remember finding that out as a kid. Later on, as a kid, finding that out when I was watching, I was like, yo, he used to hit, and like the character or the person that plays this character in here or voices this character in here and how the character acts in here, you could tell. Not the voice actor, but you could tell by this Pym in here would put his hands on Janet, and I'm happy that they didn't go with that. I would have. Oh my God, bro. That was
beats the shit out of Janet.
Oh my God.
And it's not like in the Ultimate Comics where he beats the shit out of Janet. Oh wait, I forgot.
God.
In the Ultimate Comics, he doesn't just beat up Janet. He has ants try to eat her. Ant-Man, get it? Fuck. This movie is basically...
This nigga had ants try to eat Janet. Bro, what the fuck? Yeah, that nigga's a piece of shit. And he created Ultron. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the other thing, too. People don't know about because of the Ultron movie, because they think now, if they didn't read the comics and all that, now they think Hulk, they think Bruce and Tony created Ultron, but really, in the comics, it was really Hank Pym who created Ultron. So that makes a lot of sense. The nigga's a piece of shit. You beat your wife, you try to get ants to eat her, and you made Ultron, who's a living, killing, sentient robot.
If they made the Ultimates readable. It's like the writers of this movie went, oh, these are beloved characters.
Yeah.
Let's not make them pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And it works because the groundwork, the basic groundwork of the Ultimates is really good. And so if it's refined and the characters aren't written like assholes and are written as characters that you can actually root for.
Look at this suit, bro. I don't know what it is. This suit looks better than the one in MCU for some reason.
Then it becomes an engaging story. And no wonder that the MCU took similar aspects from the Ultimates
this Hulk
story. And no wonder that the MCU took
this Hulk, bro. This Hulk from the MCU is, bro. This Hulk is scary, bro. This Hulk is scary. Like I remember first seeing him in this movie, bro, and seeing Bruce, how calm he is, how skinny and calm, like how calm he is, and like the little signs of him kind of almost changing, but he's like, no, and he needs the serum to keep the Hulk away, bro. This Hulk was a menace. This was a Hulk like from the comics that you would be scared of. This is the Hulk that you would be scared of. This is the Hulk I kind of wanted in the MCU. We kind of got it in the first Avengers. They kind of showed it a little bit, but then they made him into a pussy. And after him getting his hands put on by Thanos and made that after he hit him with the and he hit him with the I knew. I was like, oh no way they did that to Hulk. And then the Hulk didn't want to come out. Oh, bro, that hurt. That hurt me, bro, because I was like, this is the Hulk. Strongest there ever is. He literally calls everybody else puny. and y'all made him into a little bitch, to the point where he wouldn't come out. And you had Bruce put on the Hulkbuster suit. I'm not gonna forgive Marvel for that, or I'm not gonna forgive Marvel Studios for that, bro. That was so disappointing.
Similar aspects from the Ultimates and changed it up. And again, I feel they took aspects of Ultimate Avengers and changed it up to fit their narrative. Yeah. Anyways, a good difference between the Ultimate Avengers movie.
I wish we got one scene with Nick Fury wearing army clothes like this, bro. Just one scene. One or two scenes, bro. I like his black trench coat, but I just wish he had this scene. Him wearing this one time.
And the MCU Avengers is that Nick Fury is actually reluctant to assemble the Avengers. Yeah. Kind of like in the Avengers movie where Nick Fury's plan B is to create Hydra weapons.
Oh.
Phase 2 is S.HIELD uses the cube to make weapons.
My super soldier program
has yet to yield results. Begin recruitment efforts immediately.
In this movie, that's his plan A, but it's not Hydra weapons, it's to replicate the super soldier serum to create an army of super soldiers to combat an alien threat, the Chitauri. I wonder if the closed captions of this video are going to translate Chitauri into Shitari?
Shitari.
Like a shitty Atari. Anyways, a lot of things this movie gets right are the assembling of the Avengers. The Avengers are assembled one by one, kind of like the first act of the MCU's Avengers, but this actually takes the entire first and second acts. And the Avengers are extremely reluctant. They don't want to join. It takes them a while to join. Thor doesn't join up until the end.
I like that. And that's what made this movie dope. Like, and it's not to say. And it was kind of like that in the first Avengers movie, but I wish it was really like a little more of like Thor being like, "Nah, I'm good." But storyline was different for that, and Thor had to deal with Loki, and they had their problems with they weren't a team yet. Like even when they try to capture Loki, they had that fight scene between Iron Man, Cap, and Thor. Even the whole Iron Man and Cap arguing on the helicarrier, which I appreciate all of that. It's just that like this Ultimate Avengers one, like they did such a good job where they're like, nah, I'm not working with you, da 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 da, and then toward the end it's like, oh shit, this is go time. We need to work together. Like.
In this interpretation, they actually don't know if he's the actual Norse god Thor, or if he's just some crazy dude with a magic hammer. He's cool. Also an activist, and he's just a great character in these movies.
So what do you say? This. And this.
And then there's Iron Man. And I'm not super sure if Iron Man is a secret identity in the Ultimates universe.
No,
but in this movie it is. Tony Stark has a secret alter ego, and that's Iron Man. And it's eventually discovered in the movie, and it's this whole thing, and it's a great reveal because nobody fucking knows this. And everyone's kind of been shit-talking Tony Stark for the whole movie.
Tony will just backburner us for the next 12...
I love it, bro. I love it. I forgot about this. Tony, everybody doesn't know Tony's Iron Man. He doesn't have that I am Iron Man moment. Nobody knows that it's just billionaire or millionaire. He's a billionaire, right? I want to say he's a billionaire. Let's just say billionaire. Tony's this billionaire who drinks, has fun, and they think on some Batman shit, thinking like, oh, he's just gonna not help us and do his own thing, not knowing he's Iron Man until they go on this mission and they remove the mask. Like, oh, it's Tony. Oh shit, I was talking shit behind him. Like I was saying he can't help us. This is so great, bro.
12 months.
I don't know how you guys put up with that arrogant jerk.
Oh my!
All the characters are on point. None of them really work together very well. They have to fail before they can finally understand how to work as a team. And guess who they fight?
Each other? Or no, wait.
Guess.
Oh, the Hulk. The Hulk. Oh, yeah.
They fight. Guess.
That
not only...
Bro, we didn't even get them to fight the Hulk. That would have been that would have been dope. Hulk was... If they had in the Avengers that Hulk was going off too much, because they don't know how to get him to calm down. So if they did that in the MCU where they had to fight the Hulk, that would have been dope. Oh my god.
Do they fight the Chitauri and they assemble as the Avengers? But they also fight the Hulk. The Hulk is also an adversary in this movie. And it's not like the Ultimates comic, by the way, where it's a really shitty reason. They're like, what do we do as the Avengers? Oh, we have to fight something. Have them fight the Hulk so everyone knows who the Avengers is and they have someone to fight. In this movie, Bruce Banner's desperately trying to find a way to cure the Hulk. And if not, then at least control him. The characterization for Bruce Banner is actually extremely excellent in this movie, and it's almost a little anti-hero-ish. And I quite like that. It makes Bruce Banner feel very...
Because that's really what the Hulk really is. Like, Hulk is a hero, but like, Hulk has a little anti-hero because of the anger he can't control, and Bruce can't control the Hulk, and Hulk is like so angry and he's on a rampage. Like, even in Ultimate Avengers, like, even in this movie, they like they even say like, oh, this is the last time, this is what happened when the Hulk was let loose and he went on a rampage. Like, and it was a city block that was fucking fucked up. So it's just like, yo, bro, I wish they really capitalize. If in the future, I really hope if they make a Hulk movie, I hope they capitalize on that. I hope they get away from the Professor Hulk thing. I hope they find some way where it goes wrong and he goes back into Bruce being Bruce and Hulk being the Hulk, and him having to deal with the whole switching between the two.
Troubled, conflicted, and against the world, like his character has been many times in the comics. And in the movie, unlike the Ultimates comic, he's not a piece of shit. He's genuinely trying to do good, and he goes against orders, becoming the Hulk.
Yo, the Hulk transformation, let me see if I find it. The Hulk transformation was so fucking scary. Like, look at this. Let's see this. Oh yeah, this right here. So basically, he's been using Captain America's blood because they were trying to make super soldiers. So they were using his blood, Captain America's blood.
Hey, I promise.
Look how he's standing. Look at him, bro. Them shoulders getting big, bro. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at this, bro.
It worked. Betty, see? I told you.
Bruce? Is that really you?
Yes. Everything's gonna be okay.
Dog. See how scary that transformation is, and then imagine him going crazy, like Rampage style. Like, oh my god. I gotta watch this movie again. That movie is too far.
But actually controlling him up until the point where he can't.
Oh yeah.
And seeing
oh my god, I forgot about this.
Up until the point where he can't.
He hit the shit out of Hank's knee, bro.
Can't.
Look at this. Oh my. He hit the shit out of it, bro. Oh
and seeing his relationship with Betty Ross, how strange that is.
And then he hit him with a rock. And knocked him out. Oh my god.
Compared to the Ultimates were again.
And started choking him. Like, y'all don't know how menacing this Hulk was, bro.
Everyone's a terrible person in the Ultimates, and she is no different. But in this movie, she genuinely cares and just wants to do right by him, but is honestly scared of the Hulk as anyone should be. Right. But she also knows her responsibility to him in a way because she's the only one that can calm him down. That's actually one of the ways they can defeat the Hulk in the end, when the Hulk and the rest of the Avengers...
And that's the other thing. How come we have no Betty Ross? We have General Ross, but where's Betty? That oh my god, this is making me really question the whole MCU now. we have the Hulk. We have General Ross. But we have no Betty. We have fucking, now we have She-Hulk and Abomination. Where's Betty Ross? Where's Betty Ross? That's a great, bro. Oh my god. We have no Betty Ross.
Destroy the Chitauri.
What is she doing? He'll kill her!
No, he won't. She's trying to calm him down so he won't burn through the sedative.
Now, the entire final battle between the Hulk and the Ultimate Avengers is fucking excellent.
Yeah, hell yeah.
This shit
hell
defined me as a kid, man.
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, the Hulk is fucking crazy, dude.
Look at Steve, bro. Oh my god, he kicked the shit out of Steve. He threw him around, bro. Look at this. Oh my god.
Hey, we're not finished yet.
Not only does he lift Thor's hammer...
Hey. Hey, we're not finished yet.
Hey, we're not finished yet is equivalent to, we could do this all day. I could do this all day.
Not only does he lift Thor's hammer,
oh my
with
god,
pure strength, which by the way I feel he shouldn't do. I think that's wrong. But yeah, in this movie,
it was wrong, but it was so right though. It was like, you know how it's saying my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. Like that one, that right there is like, it was wrong. Like he shouldn't be able to do it, but it felt so right because like after he threw it, he wasn't able to really lift it like that. And he struggled too. So like,
fucking lifts it. And he starts beating the shit out of Thor with it. Holy crap, bro. And the Avengers, to fight the Hulk, get absolute...
That part of him lifting it up, that shouldn't have happened. The whole struggling and throwing at him, that's where it should have left it at. But him about to cut him off, like, that shouldn't have been possible.
Absolutely shredded, man. They get so fucking wrecked. The Hulk, I think, pretty much breaks the shit out of Hank Pym's knee.
Bro,
I don't think
he broke the shit out of his knee, hit him with a boulder, knocked him out, and then jumped on his stomach, and then jumped on his throat to choke him out. Like, that nigga was devious.
Fucking MCU had Captain America fucked up in the first Avengers movie. Like, goddamn, bro. There were a lot of creative liberties taken in this movie, thankfully, at least story-wise. But visually, this movie pretty much replicates the Ultimates comic really well, and I really like that because visually the Ultimates comic is great.
As with any adaptation, you know, we have to take liberties in order to tell a story that works well. But we stuck closely in many areas.
There were beautiful moments throughout the comics.
Bro,
whenever we could take a panel.
Bro, the character design was so fucking beautiful. And like these shots are so beautiful.
Scene in its entirety or just for a moment, we tried to include it. Because again, even Variety said at one point, this is the greatest film that'll never be made.
My dearest Gail, my only regret is that I couldn't see you one last time.
But what was most important wasn't just getting every shot, it was making sure that it stayed true to the original work that was created. People who see this will feel the way they did when they read the book. They'll be moved in those same ways. And I think they'll be getting the kinds of characters that they enjoyed in the original series.
At the time, creating something of this scale, of a movie like The Avengers, was just not something that was feasible. It wasn't something that could be thought of. Like, no one making this movie would ever think that the Avengers would be facing off against the Chitauri.
And like, once again, I don't want people to I don't want people to think like I didn't like the first Avengers. I love the first Avengers. It's still a great film to this day. I'm just saying, if they adapted a lot of stuff from the Ultimate Avengers in the sense of like showing more Steve being man at a time and like really like letting it breathe on that, Hulk being the antagonist after they defeat the Chitauri, and them having to like fight Hulk and calm him down and defeat him, that would have been great also. I feel like if Iron Man didn't end with I Am Iron Man, they could have, like, just say they didn't end the movie like that, they could have had the whole they went to Tony for help. Tony wouldn't help, and then so Nick Fury knew that Tony was Iron Man because they sent Black Widow. So it was Black Widow and Nick Fury even didn't know Tony was Iron Man. So that would have been a fire thing. They went to Tony and Tony was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna help." Had them little shit talk Tony. Iron Man shows up. Have a little scene where they save him, remove the mask, and it's Tony. Like stuff like that. If they added those 3 elements to this stuff, it would have made this movie even fire, bro. Like, oh my god. But the movie is already fired itself. It's just that would have been dope to see. And I was kind of comparing this movie even when it came out to the Ultimate Avengers, and it did what it did. It did better than it. Had stuff, but there's stuff. So I'm like, ooh, y'all could have done this and that, and it would have been 10 times better.
Only like what? Less than a decade later. But it happened. And I'm glad it did, but I'm also glad that this movie exists.
Right. Ultimate Avengers was a unique opportunity for us to be able to get Captain America and Iron Man and Thor and Black Widow and Ant-Man and Wasp and Nick Fury and all these characters in one movie.
I have a genuine appreciation for animation. There's things in animation that you can't do in live action.
True.
And this movie feels like comic book characters truly come to life because they are illustrated.
Hand-drawn animation is able to capture those subtle moments and gestures and movements and expressions that captivate audiences. It's been doing that since people wept at Snow White.
They are drawn, it isn't CG, it feels like they were ripped directly out of the pages, and it works really well. I remember watching this movie, Ultimate Avengers, and it kind of defining how I drew characters, how I interpreted characters. This movie takes everything good about the Avengers comics, this movie takes everything good about the Ultimates comics, and combines them into truly making, yeah, you guessed it, the Ultimate Avengers.
W Video. Oh wait.
Thanks so much for watching.
Oh, yeah. W Video, bro. Hey, Brown Table. Shout out to you, bro. Like, you make some good videos. Bro. I fuck with that. Especially how you break down these like certain movies and all that. That you like. What makes them like, especially this. Like, I'll just specifically say this. What makes this like really good, bro. Oh my god. And I'm glad Brown Table likes the Ultimate, loves the Ultimate Avengers movie just as much as I did, because this was my childhood too. This was the movie. This is the movie I grew up watching also. Animated movies from Ultimate Avengers 1 and 2, Hulk versus Thor and Wolverine, even though my favorite one was the Hulk versus Wolverine. What was the other one? It was that. I know I still gotta watch the video, but I saw on his channel that he didn't like the Invincible Iron Man. I enjoyed it. I can see there's some stuff in there that didn't translate or it wasn't executed well, but I still enjoyed that one, and the Doctor Strange one I really liked. So, yeah, man, this was a dope video, dope breakdown. It brought me back to nostalgia. Made me remember some stuff about the movie, and makes me want to go back and rewatch it. So you doing that makes me like that says a lot. Like, that means you did a good job breaking it down and talking about it. So that's what's up.